Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing my take on a shrimp and lobster roll. We've got a really nice garlic mayo in there, a little bit of lemon juice, served on a toasted brioche bun. So in a bowl I've got one lobster tail and I've also got some shell-on deveined prawns, roughly about 6. Now this will be enough for 2 lobster rolls. So first we're going to take our lobster tail and drop it straight into some boiling salted water, and we're just gonna let it bubble for about 4 minutes. In the meantime, as you can see, my prawns are deveined already. All we're gonna do is simply peel off the shell, discard the shells, or you can keep them for fish stock, and we just want the flesh. So our lobster tail now has had about 5 minutes. You can see it's a bright orange color. We're going to stop the cooking process, and you want to just dump it straight into a bath of ice water, and that should cool down the lobster immediately. In that same water, we're actually going to drop in our shrimp, and they will literally take about a minute. Now don't worry if they're not all the way cooked through, because we are going to be cooking them in a butter sauce afterwards. So our prawns have had about a minute. We're going to take them out, and we're also going to add those to the ice water. And we can just leave everything in this bowl now for the best part of 5 to 10 minutes to get completely chilled until we need them later on. So in a pan on a medium-high heat, we're going to add a splash of water. You can see it starting to bubble straight away. And then to that we want to add a knob of butter, a good generous amount. We are making a garlic butter sauce, so we're going to go ahead with half a diced onion, about 2 cloves of chopped garlic, and you just want to start sweating that down. And just add more butter or water where needed. So whilst our sauce is cooking down, we're going to go ahead and remove the shell from our lobster. So on the back of the lobster, you'll see some shell lines that run across the back. You just want to press those in and sort of snap them, and that will make it a lot easier for you to remove the flesh. As you can see, I'm just sort of manipulating the lobster tail here as it's curled. You just want to get a pair of scissors and run them down the back of the lobster like so. So once you've created this line down the shell, it's really easy. All you want to do is pull it away from the flesh, and you can simply just break off the shell. It shouldn't be too difficult. Try and keep the meat as intact as possible. And there you have it. And then just with your knife, you want to run that knife down the middle and just chop some nice chunks. The size is completely up to you and your preference for how you'd like it in your lobster roll. You can pop that all into a bowl, and then you can do the same with your shrimp. So we can go ahead and season our sauce with a little bit of black pepper. That's completely up to you and your taste. And then to that we want to add a pinch of fresh parsley. And also some Old Bay seasoning, again completely to your taste. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit in here. and then give that a stir. It's going to be a really dark, rich sauce. And you can also add, again, another knob of butter. So the last finishing touches, we're going to create a little lemon garlic mayo. So I've got about 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. You want to add about half a teaspoon of dried parsley, or fresh. You can also add a wedge of lemon juice. I'm using some original black garlic paste. It's a sort of sweet and savoury flavour. You can also use fresh garlic. Literally about half a teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, and just mix that until smooth. So at this stage our sauce is lovely and ready, so we can go ahead and add our shrimp and our lobster. And we're just going to let those saute for a couple of minutes to finish the cooking and get well coated. We can add an optional final squeeze of lemon juice just for a nice bit of acidity. And also some more fresh parsley. So in another pan, I've got some melted butter, just enough to coat the surface. I'm using hot dog brioche buns. Of course, you can use any bread of your choice. And we just want them to get a little bit of colour on the sides. And we can begin plating.